Hey y'all, and welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I'm Susan, I'm your hostess, and today I'm going to show you some of the things that I have been prepping this week for our pantry and for our food storage and things around our homestead. But I'm a little miffed, I'm a little perturbed, I'm definitely angry and upset. And I'm going to share some things that you're not going to see on mainstream media. And I'm going to tell you some things that I have been seeing myself in the stores. As we all know, the cargo ships have been sitting on our East Coast and our West Coast for over 2 years. We have experienced toilet paper shortages and food shortages and multiple, I got a fly swatter here, y'all. I've got a fly being pesky. Recalls by the bukus. And I'm not talking about just food. We have got recalls on just about everything out there. Mainstream media is not even touching this. They don't want us to know what's going on, what's really going on, y'all. Just a few days ago, I reported the gas price was $4.59 a gallon. Last night, my husband said it's jumped another 20 cents within a couple of days. It's $4.79 a gallon now, which means less traveling because we all have to cut corners somewhere. Okay, going back to the cargo ships. All this food that's been sitting out in the ocean and all these electronics and everything that's been sitting out in the ocean for the last 2+ years is hitting our grocery stores and our big box stores, and they're coming in fast and hard, and the stores are overwhelmed. They have nowhere to put this stuff. They can't get it out on the shelves fast enough, and people that are working in these stores are reporting that they're actually filming footage and giving it to YouTubers to put out so that they remain anonymous because they could lose their job over this. Food sitting out behind the stores, rotting in the sun because they have nowhere to put it. What does that mean for you? When they bring it in, they put it out on the shelf because they can't afford to lose the money just like we can't afford it. They're putting it out on the shelf for consumers to buy. And then what happens? Well, there's reports that food is coming back to the stores moldy, y'all. Can you imagine opening up a can of green beans and finding mold in the green beans that was in the can? Now, we canners know that sunlight is the enemy of any kind of canned food. And heat would be another enemy of canned food. So if you're putting canned food, and I don't care if it's in a tin can or not, you're leaving it out in the sun, what is happening to that food? It's decomposing inside that can. It's coming back moldy, and folks, it will make you sick. Another thing being reported was meat. People buying meat in the store, and the date on it was good, and the store that this particular YouTuber went to changed the label on the meat. They put new wrapping on it, put a new date on the meat, and sold it. And they opened up the package, and the meat was rank. Should we be doing this in the United States of America? Should we be dealing with this anywhere in the world? Animal feed is being reported by YouTubers because of mold in the food, in the feed that we're feeding our animals. All of this stuff has been sitting on cargo ships for 2+ years. I'm angry. And they're expecting us, the consumer, to buy it and not say a word about it. It makes me mad because I have children and grandchildren and friends and family and neighbors that are all going to have to buy food that is no good for them. And many of you out there are not prepared. I'm angry because you didn't listen to all these people telling you to pack up your pantries with grocery items because you're going to need them, with toilet paper and hygiene items and all these things because you're going to need them. Folks, I can't tell you if it's too late or not for you to prepare, but I can tell you that you need to be prepared. If you haven't started a garden, start one. Learn how to can or freeze dry or dehydrate, whatever you got to do to be prepared for your household, because it's coming, y'all. And we're all going to be in this boat together. The last item is a shortage on feminine hygiene items. You know, we went through the baby formula thing. Now we're on the feminine hygiene items. They're saying there's not enough cotton, and the materials that they get from overseas to make this is not coming in quick enough. So there's going to be a shortage on this. Well, y'all, we're going to go back to my moms and my grandmothers and my great-grandmothers and all the grandmothers before them and do what they did. We're going to make our own hygiene products. You need cotton fabric, and you're going to need a needle and thread. You're going to need either buttons or snaps or Velcro, and you're going to make you up hygiene products. You can do the same thing with diapers, cloth diapers and diaper pins. Y'all, they're washable, they're dryable, they're reusable. They don't fill up the landfills, and we don't waste money. We can tell these retailers, these stores, these grocers, these mass producers of merchandise that we don't want their products anymore. We can do it ourselves. We're going to have to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps. We're going to have to carry on. We're going to have to do for ourselves and learn how to do things that our parents and grandparents and great-grandparents did for themselves. We live in a throwaway society and an eye candy society where, you know, we impulse buy and then we throw it away. You know why I shop at thrift stores and antique stores? Because they are packed with stuff that people have thrown away. Useful items that we can still use are in those stores. I refuse to pay full price for my clothing. I refuse to pay full price for most everything. I will go to a thrift store over a retail department store any day of the week. And I'm being frugal. I'm reusing items that have been discarded. And I'm saving our landfills by doing that. Folks, God has intended us to work for everything that we have. If you come to my house and you haven't prepared and you need food, you're going to have to work for it. I'm not going to play footsie with you and tell you, oh, it's going to be okay. You're going to have to do your due diligence just like I have. If you need something that I have and you don't have money but you have something to barter with and trade, we will do that. There's going to be a way for us to get around all this, but we all have to work together to do it. We have to come together as neighbors and friends, overlook the political parties that has divided our nation, overlook the color of one's skin that has divided our nation, and be human beings working with other human beings. I can't stress it any more than that. God gives us wisdom and understanding, and He gives us discernment. He gives us His Word to guide us. We are in perilous times now, and His Word talks about that. In Matthew 24, you can go read about that, rumors of wars, and all kinds of things that Jesus told us that would happen. We are there. We need to be able to navigate these waters that we're in and be able to come out on the other side a little wiser, a little stronger, and a little healthier. Remember, when I was a child, we went to the grocery store. Everything in the grocery store was organic, heirloom raised vegetables. All our meats were organically raised. Over the last 40 or so years, products have been introduced into our grocery stores that has genetically modified our groceries. Food additives have been added. There have been antibiotics and all kinds of stuff used on our cattle and meat products. And there's that fly on my shoulder. There are so many things that has changed. We don't need all that. We need to get back to the basics of living. May God bless you and keep you. And that, y'all, is my ketchup.